Hello everybody, this is EPN10 and welcome back to another Plants vs Zombies God of War 2 video, and today I shall be giving you a post-commentated video. Yes, this is what happens when you don't freaking record anything in a long time. You just forget that your microphone was off. Not off, it was on, but it wasn't properly recorded because it wasn't capturing the correct audio channel. Actually, it just wasn't recording audio at all. Microphone audio. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, we're using Goalie Star. As you can see, we were using, in terms of upgrades, I was using the speed upgrade, which makes All-Star a bit faster. The ice upgrade, which definitely helps us freeze faster with this thing. As you can see, bam, there we go, beautiful. And we were using the overheat upgrade. And the overheat upgrade is better than the overheat penalty upgrade. You always want to use the overheat upgrade over the overheat penalty upgrade, and I'll say why in a bit. But yeah, for this particular variant, if you get the overheat upgrade, you could literally shoot for 10 seconds before overheating. Like, you could literally hold your button down for like around 10 seconds, and it will not overheat at all. So yeah, that's pretty insane. You can pretty much kill anything with that amount of time, assuming, you know, you're up close and whatnot, etc. This guy does have a pretty fast fire rate, so you could just hold down that button and just go completely crazy on like a group of plants or something. But yeah, yeah, this is the Goalie Star. I do have a mini freezer on my head, which makes me a lot cooler. Get it? But yeah, there's a lot of combos you could do with that, as you saw earlier with the toxic citron. I did the freeze punk combo, the repunk combo, I don't know, the free imp combo, I don't know. We're gonna call it something interesting, just like I did with the froze EPG combo video I did earlier. Yeah, I did it a couple of months back with the Arctic Trooper, but for Arctic Trooper it works much better because the ZPG is easier to land. It's like more direct, so to speak. And yeah, Arctic Trooper freezes much faster than this dude, and Arctic Trooper can also like jump around while he's shooting. This guy cannot. That's a big weakness for All-Star. They cannot really jump while they're shooting. It's kind of like General Supremo, right? That's his name, yeah. General Supremo. You can't really shoot. You can't really jump while you're shooting. That makes you a very stationary target. And yes, you do move very slowly when you're shooting, and you cannot jump at all. So that makes you an extremely vulnerable target when you're shooting as an All-Star, especially against like smoky characters that, like, you know, give you like a bunch of smoke and one, like, not smoke, oh my goodness, like an alien flower or a toxic citron. The cloud, since you're staying in one spot, pretty much the cloud would be large enough for it to cover your entire like character box. Even though you're moving, it'll still be enough. So like alien flowers and toxic citron, they work really well against All-Stars that are shooting at you, because yeah, it's really effective. And yeah, they have so many citrons. I'm like, oh my goodness, he's trying to run away. Too bad, buddy. Just killed him right there. And as I was saying earlier, you could do the frozen impunt combo. It works really well. You know, you do 150 damage with the impunt, and also, yeah, by the time you freeze like a citron, let's say, you would have already dealt at least 50 damage, so you can finish him off with the impunt. So that's pretty nice. As I said, it works much better with the ZPG because a ZPG is more direct. Like sometimes, if you impunt too close to like a target, it'll just like go right through the target, and that kind of sucks. So yeah, ZPG is much easier to land compared to like an impunt on a frozen target, at least. So this is the most ridiculous moment of all time. In hindsight, I should have tackled. I think I used the tackle earlier, so I don't think I had it. So yeah, there you go. I survived with 1 HP, or did I? So yeah, I'm like, guys, there's like 20 deadbeards to the left of me. I'm like, guys, can you please shoot at him? I thought my teammate was shooting at him, but I thought that was the park ranger shot right there, like the park ranger projectile. But it was actually the toxic citron shooting at me. So I thought I had a teammate shooting at this dude, but it wasn't. So yeah, that's why like I went a bit risky there. I thought he didn't have that much HP left, but yeah, that didn't work out too well on me. I knew he was gonna go after me because I heard him en route, and yeah, that was rather unfortunate. And yeah, this dude is still alive. I'm like, unbelievable. So right as I was going to finish him off, my teammates landed one shot at him or something. So I did not get a share vanquish nor vanquish at all. So basically, they did not help me at all while I was getting while I was trying to kill him in that corner there. And then he was still alive while I respawned. And then even when that happened, when I finally got to him, I was dealing damage. I was going to kill him. He had low HP. And then my teammates, you know, landed one shot on him. They got the vanquish, and then I didn't get anything at all. besides an assist. So I was like very mad there. And as you saw there earlier, I was going to place a I was pretty screwed there, but I was going to place an all-star shield up. But yeah, it doesn't really work that well when you're uphill, because yeah, it pretty much collides with like the little slope and whatnot. So yeah, when you're placing stuff uphill, generally it doesn't work at all. And then I got mad. I'm like, you know what? Screw you, dude. That was so that was like so satisfactory right there. So much satisfaction came from that. So that was pretty awesome. We did some chain hops there, and then we just impunted in his face, which was pretty awesome. And yeah, you know, trying to land stuff up, you know, trying to place things when you're going downhill is it works much better than when you're doing stuff from uphill. You know, flower pots, all-star shields, whatever, really. Even like using like turbo, sometimes it doesn't work uphill. And yeah, I got jinxed there. It's going to last like, I do take 75% extra damage. And yeah, it does last like 7 seconds or something. I think it lasts like 6-7 seconds around there. I'm not sure. But yeah, as you saw there, I was trying to take over the garden, and I put some all-star shield, but then like 2 Citron just immediately surrounded me, so I was just out of there. I would have died immediately. So yeah, the garden is about halfway, and we have like 40% of the time left. So yeah, this is very bad. And as you can see there, I heard the sunflower heal someone. And yes, now I'm going to go on to sunflowers. If you're using an ice variant or like a frozen... Actually, not frozen. Never mind. I was going to say toxic, but yeah, let's leave toxic out of the equation. If you're using like a frozen or a fire variant against like a team that's full of healers, you're going to have a bad time, because generally fire and ice variants, they deal less raw damage than their counterparts, for the purpose of them, you know, dealing fire damage in exchange or freezing in exchange. So yeah, generally against like sunflowers, they pretty much debuff every like if a sunflower like heals someone, they get immediately unfrozen or they stop burning. And yeah, that's a pretty big deal, especially if you're using like frozen targets against like a lot of healers, because just one little heal that they get, whether it's like the little purple water from a heal station or the heal beam, let's say, or the one little sun from like a sunflower, a heal pot, then yeah, they pretty much get unfrozen. And, you know, fire stops burning them and whatnot. So you got to keep that in mind. And I thought that Doomstream was dead, but it wasn't. I'm like, oh well. So yeah, look at this dude right here. And I'm dealing 5 damage from this distance. That's pretty good. That's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. So I'm just trying to like capture here. I was trying to get attention from my teammates, as you saw there. A lot of stuff going on there. A lot of I placed my all-star shield, and I did help against like a cob buster, I think. I didn't hit it directly, but yeah, good thing I moved out of there, because yeah, that all-star, I mean that Citron would have torn me to pieces. Not torn me to pieces, but it would have done a ton of damage. And yeah, this dude's in turret mode. I mean, this dude went to burrow, but he got he got stunned and whatnot. And yeah, I did get a pretty a free kill here, pretty much. Look at that, killed him immediately from my teammates. I'll take that for what happened earlier, of course. Yeah, as I said, really weak against a lot of healers and whatnot, because yeah, you cannot freeze anything while they're getting healed, pretty much. So yeah, you got to keep that in mind. And yeah, there's some players over here trying to freeze this dude. Then I mentioned his maximum damage is 6, right? Yeah, I did mention his maximum damage is 6. His minimum damage is 3, whether it's critical or non-critical. I dealt critical and non-critical damage from a distance, and it still dealt 3 damage. So as long as you land that shot, I guess you're good. But you also got to keep in mind is that sometimes like there's fractions and numbers and whatnot. I mean, there's decimals. And the reason I put the all-star shield there is because, yes, on PC at least, anyone could flick the wrist, as you saw there. Like, I'm making pretty crazy movements right there. Like, you could turn very fast. So you can easily, like, make believe you don't know them. Like, you make believe that, like, there's no one in back of you, but you know they're there. And then, like, while you're doing the cob shot, like, the cob buster, you immediately do a 180 and just kill your target or something. And they won't expect that at all. It happened to me. I've done it to other players. So, yeah, you gotta be careful in that situation. And here's another nice example. We get the frozen impunk combo again on on the same target, actually. So yeah, not bad. I'll definitely be taking that. So yeah, that's why I did that there, because you could easily turn, like, you could do a 180 on the PC version, and yeah, they could just trick you there. Like, very little players do it, but yeah, you have to be aware of that. So that's why I put the shield up there, just making that statement right there. And yeah, this guy does not like me at all. I'm like, yep, there it is. So I blocked him. It's like Toro. And yeah, just freeze this dude. He's dead now. Pretty nice. I got some input from my teammates there, so that definitely helped. So right now I'm getting healed from Healer Harry. The heck, he's like bobbing his head. That's kind of weird. So I'm like, oh boy. That dude was definitely, it seemed that he was targeting me a bit there. So I was trying to shoot this dude. I got him actually. I'm dealing 2 damage because, yeah, he's in turn mode. And yeah, look at this guy. He's back at it again. I'm like, jeez, man. So, you know what? Leave me alone, dude. You could also land, like, your input while they're, like... I mean, if you're about to die, like, and you're shooting them, you could, like, you know, freeze them. Like, you could almost freeze them, but not quite. But they'll be moving slow enough that it should be very easy to land your inputs, as you saw there. So, yeah, there you go. And then... yeah, I summoned the heavy here, and this guy went right through the freaking bigger, better, butter. I'm like, you know what? This dude is like some prophet or something, because he just went right through that. And then I noticed, we have 2 Captain Squawks. Oh boy, that's not good. So yeah, that's why we haven't been capturing that fast. 2 Captain Squawks, and we have like 3 other snipers, so I don't know. I don't like that too much. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to the lower ground. My teammates already captured, right? Yep, pretty much. My teammates already captured. So I'm just going to go around these shields. Actually, no, I just... wait, never mind. I take this cactus down. As you can see here, I'm dealing 4/3 damage. So that's around the threshold between where you'll drop, like, from, you know, to minimum damage. As you saw there, I was dealing, like, 3/4 damage. So, like, that's pretty damn far. I was still dealing 4 damage from that distance. So, yeah, there you go. I did not expect that input to, like, you know, land and kill that rose. But, you know, that was awesome. So let's get that guy again. Screw that guy. Let's get this dude again. And then let's get that guy. There you go. Everything works out. And oh my goodness. I mean, that was pretty insane. I mean, if that cactus actually spread her potato mines around, in that case, it would have actually been worse for her because a potato mine only deals 175 damage. I shouldn't say only. It deals 175. It's freaking a lot. And I would have survived there with 25 HP if I landed on a single potato mine. But since she grouped them up, that was 3 potato mines, each with the potential of 175 damage. So if I stepped on them, they all went off. That's like 700. That's like 525 damage. I would have dealt with right there. And yeah, this guy, he could actually, like, you could engage like in medium combat, as you can see here. I'm dealing like 4 or 5 damage, I think. No, it's like 4/3. She was frozen. I'm like, guys, can you please someone shoot her, finish her off for me? But then I didn't need the help there. So that was pretty awesome because I froze her in time. Like, you know, she didn't react immediately, so I froze her just in time. And then I just, you know, while she was frozen, I just dealt that, you know, all that damage. And yeah, then she died right on time. So yeah, that doesn't really happen, but yeah, there you go. And yeah, that pea shooter wasn't in turn mode there earlier, so I just got out of there. There's 2 chompers and a pea shooter down there. So I tried throwing my input. I was like split between who to kill, so I got absolutely nothing from that. So yeah, I'm not dealing with him. Screw that. I was done dealing with these freaking pea shooters. There was like so many pea shooters in the games I played today. And yeah, good thing he's like going after someone else because yeah, I do not want a Citron constantly on me. And what the heck is this? Suddenly a sunflower out of nowhere comes out. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just kill you. Unfortunately, I don't like killing sunflowers, but it has to be done. I feel bad for sunflowers, but yeah, there you go. Here we're just holding out. We pretty much don't really get anything done in this garden. It's like, I don't know, there's too much stuff, like too many pea shooters, as I said earlier today. There was always like 2 Toxipede, which I found kind of weird. I guess people were trying to, you know, upgrade him and whatnot. But as you can see, there's just constant turn mode from pretty much everyone. And then if I'm not dealing with that, I'm dealing with Citrons and Kernel Corn. So yeah, I tackled over there, trying to get in a safe position here. But yeah, there you go. And yeah, there's like suddenly 2 chompers come out of nowhere, so I just impunt. Perfect. I did 150 damage to him, not lethal, but it was enough to for me to get a sure vanquish when my teammate finished him off. So this guy goes, he husk hops. I'm like, oh boy, I couldn't put my shield down. I'm like, oh crap, and I just placed that, and that, I guess that saved me a bit because he did die. I'll take that. And yeah, finally, oh my goodness, we find an astronaut, a healer class. I'm like, oh my goodness, finally. We've been suffering a lot today without healer classes. So yeah, that was rather unfortunate. So as I said, very good fire rate. Oh yeah, the reason you don't want to use overheat penalty of the overheat upgrade is because like good all-stars over time, they learn the variant more and they learn to not overheat. They learn to tap fire and whatnot. And then yeah, you really don't need the overheat penalty upgrade. Like even let's say you play all-star a lot and you pretty much already got the overheat thing down, and you overheat, let's say, like, you're not perfect, right? So like you overheat, let's say 3 times in a 25-minute game. It's not really worth using the overheat penalty upgrade because you're really only losing like 5 seconds of shooting throughout the entire 25-minute match. And even then, like, all-stars, they have abilities. Like, they have good abilities. All of the all-stars abilities are pretty damn helpful. So, like, while you're waiting for your overheat to go, like, you could just, you know, use your abilities or something like that. Like, impun, you could just tackle to across the map, or, like, across the stage or something like that. Like, so yeah, that's why I think overheat penalty upgrade is not really worth it. It's nice to have when you're learning the variant, especially when you get it early on. There's no other good upgrades. But eventually, you want to, like, you know, get away from the overheat penalty and just focus on not overheating at all. And, you know, the overheat upgrade will definitely help you do that, because you can shoot for longer. So yeah, once you got that down, once you have that upgrade down, and you also have your overheat penalty, once you, like, know the limits of your variance overheating, you know, you should be fine. You won't have to use the overheat penalty upgrade. I mean, you could use it, but, like, as I said, if you're losing, like, if you only overheat like 2-3 times in a 25-minute match, it's not really worth you know, using the overheat penalty upgrade. I'd much rather have, like, an HP upgrade, the speed upgrade, the overheat upgrade. The overheat upgrade is a must. Definitely the damage slash froze upgrade, whatever you get. This guy dodged my he dodged both my impunt and tackle, so he jumped at the right time. Or you could look at it as I jumped at the I mean, I used my abilities at the wrong time. And as you saw earlier there, I was, like, on a 1v1 with the pea shooter in turn mode, as you saw there earlier, like, next to the teleporter. And I kind of risked that there because, yeah, I did freeze him when he was in turn mode, so I just kept shooting there. Like, I tried to shoot at an angle, so, you know, he wouldn't get me and whatnot. But yeah, like, I killed him just as, like, he got unfrozen or so. So he didn't get me with the turn mode, because I think I had 49 HP at the time. So, like, even half a second of someone, like, hitting you with turn mode would just destroy you. Like, that thing just will destroy your HP. And yeah, as an all-star, since you can't really move or jump a lot, you definitely want to, like, take cover while you're shooting. You definitely want to shoot at angles. You want to be, you know, try to be cheap with your shots and whatnot. So yeah, because yeah, as I said, you're very vulnerable while you're shooting. You're staying in one spot and you move very, very slowly, with the exception of the tennis star. So that was the Goalie Star for you. Very, very fun variant for you to, like, you know, freeze and the impunt. Like, it's very nice, and you can pretty much shoot forever with the overheat upgrade. And, you know, even without the overheat upgrade, I didn't overheat once, did I, in that game at all? Actually, I didn't freeze once. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. That was Goalie Star. You definitely want the overheat upgrade. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye. I completely screwed that up, but yeah, whatever.